The following two levels, Wreck of the Maria Doria and Living Quarters, are gorgeous levels filled with a blue color scheme. You explore more of the ship, the kitchen, ballroom, and other areas to locate keys to ultimately open a door to the next level. Living Quarters offers a mix of blue and orange rust colors and offers several rooms to explore. You'll get good practice with your running jumps as you make your way across several pistons. You'll need to flood rooms to continue, surpass burner traps, and navigate some tricky slopes to make your way through the ship. The final level in this section, the deck, is yet another example of amazing level design. This level is huge. You can spend at least an hour exploring. I was so impressed with the structure and enjoyed searching every possible area. You'll enjoy swimming and making use of your harpoon gun and taking down a variety of baddies with different weapons. I really enjoyed finding switches and keys to open different rooms on the boat, as well as the cavern way down below. The final section of the game takes us to Tibet and China, where we will explore 7 more levels. First, we get to feast our eyes on yet another fantastic movie where Lara finds herself a warm brown bomber jacket. Suddenly, things go wrong with the plane and Lara has to evacuate, just missing out on a huge explosion. We are deep in the Tibetan foothills when the level begins. We're surrounded by snow, rolling boulders, and chilly air as we start the level. A new type of feisty bird swoops in for an appearance. We come to a steep cliff where we can see the area beyond we need to reach. One thing I always found weird was that some of the water here wasn't frozen. Surely at these temperatures there would have been some frozen spots on the water. But I won't complain because it gave me another opportunity to practice my swan dive with plenty of rolls before hitting the water. This level was amazing for the gorgeous scenery, but also because we got our hands on another vehicle, the snowmobile. Funky, fast-paced music accompanies us as we hop on, and it's so much fun to drive. You can speed along the icy terrain while running over baddies, making difficult jumps, and outrunning falling snowballs. Later on, we switch to another version of the snowmobile, this time with mounted guns, where we can shoot oncoming enemies. A great level with tons of exploration and a highly addictive vehicle. Next up is the Barkang Monastery, another personal favorite. For me, this had some of the best design in the entire game. The structures were gorgeous, the colors were striking, and I was so impressed with how everything was laid out. Best of all, the monks that appeared in the level were good guys. Who knew? The first time I played, I went in with my guns blazing and killed everyone. Oops. When I finally realized they wouldn't attack you unless you shot them, I promptly restarted the level, partly from feeling slightly guilty and realizing I eliminated a good resource. I shot the cult members and made sure not to get any of the monks. What a cool idea. I just love it, and I think it's an idea that should be incorporated into more Tomb Raider games. The inside of the monastery was also fantastic. Several traps kept the level fun and interesting, while you had to locate the missing prayer wheels. Even more monks occupy the inside that help you take care of more baddies that break in from time to time. We also get to explore outside the monastery some more to locate other prayer wheels. A fantastic level. The atmosphere changes once again as we enter the catacombs of the Talion level. Snowballs, falling icicles, leopards, and baddies fill the level while we explore. This is another pretty big level, and there's tons of areas and rooms. We also meet up with a new baddie, Yetis. The designers nailed it with these guys. We enter a pitch-black room, and all you can hear are screams and grunting from these creatures. Your guns are held fast, ready, and you look in every direction and whip around until you realize the beasts are locked up. A great scare and an excellent technique. We cool off with a trek through various icy pools as we locate a ladder to exit the level. The next level, the Ice Palace, is loaded with Yetis. They are everywhere, so make sure to never put your guns away. They're fast and vicious, so keep moving until they're dead. This level also features something new, springboards. They're quite a surprise if you're not expecting them, but happen to travel over one of the darker tiles. They fling Lara way up to help reach higher levels, but if you don't grab onto something quickly, she'll fall down and crumple. These can take a little bit of getting used to, but they're definitely fun and unique. Once you retrieve the gong, you're in for a big fight with the Guardian of the Talion. Your best bet is to keep moving to avoid being hit. Once he's down, the level ends and another FMV begins. Several cult members are in hot pursuit of Lara after she steals a jeep and they race across the snowy terrain. This is an exciting movie, and when Lara outruns them, she arrives at the Temple of Zion, our next location. The Temple of Zion is simply an incredible level. 15 levels into the game, you would think the developers might start reusing themes and textures. Not the case. We begin the level inside the temple where it's pitch dark with torches flickering around us. As we move forward, we're instantly on the edge as an eerie soundtrack begins. With the dagger being so close, we lunge forward to retrieve it, and we're met with yet another unpleasant surprise. The floor gives way and we fall onto a long slope. By the way, how many of you tried desperately to reach that one ladder where the impossible-to-get medpack is? This entire level is full of spikes, rolling boulders, lava, slicing blades, and tons of baddies. You really get to utilize Lara's full range of movements to surpass each trap and finish the level in one piece. It's very challenging, tons of fun, and has to be one of the creepiest levels in the game. The next level, Floating Islands, has to be one of the weirdest levels. I mean, where is this place? We have a bunch of bright green floating islands in the middle of nowhere. It's creepy, but I like it. Not to mention we get more baddies, stone guards that come to life and blow up rather nicely. Grenade launcher or M16, anyone? It's tons of fun figuring out how to maneuver from island to island without falling and plunging into the darkness, and you'll enjoy lots of zip lining and shooting. I found this level to be a little more linear in the beginning, but I still enjoyed the atmosphere and the new baddies. The final level in Lara's adventure is Dragon's Lair, and it's very challenging. Guards with spears and cult members with throwing knives will keep you busy, and just when you think you can rest, enter the dragon. He's huge and makes a T-Rex from Tomb Raider 1 look puny. He breathes fire and can move fast, so make sure you're firing at him at all times. If you happen to catch on fire, there are several convenient holes in the ground so you can take a quick dive into the water and extinguish Lara. Not to mention there are several goodies down there to pick up. Once the dragon is down, make a mad dash for his belly and retrieve the dagger. This is such a fun level and a great way to finish off her adventure. Just when we think the game is over, a cutscene begins as Lara is admiring the dagger in her bedroom. Alarm bells go off and we get a peek at who's outside, members from the cult. Luckily, we have Lara's gun cabinet key and we can blast all of the baddies. Make sure to take a quick run around her property to get the stragglers. I often wondered where poor Winston was. Let's hope he was safe in the freezer. Overall, Tomb Raider 2 was a fantastic game. It was leaps and bounds ahead of Tomb Raider 1 and was a fantastic follow-up. The introduction of vehicles and vast environments definitely added to replay value. I hope you've enjoyed my review. Please remember to subscribe, and I will see you in my next video.